I have for you is a full core series. This is something I throw in at least once a week. Usually on Sundays I'll throw in a core series, anywhere from like 10 to 12 minutes. Do them like a circuit fashion and just working through it. But I'll take you through like a follow along. I'll go through it one time for you guys. But if you need to, you could restart the video and go through it. I'll typically do these like 3 times. So it'll be 8 different exercises, 30 seconds each. And I'll usually do that 3 times, which results in 12 minutes. But right here, it's just gonna be 4 minutes just because I'm gonna go through it once. And then obviously, you can restart the video. So first movement we got, I'm gonna start the watch here. And we're gonna start off with 30 seconds of just a plank shoulder tap. So when we talk about core too, before we get into this, when we talk about core, we're not just talking about the six-pack muscles, we're talking about everything included. So you also got the internal, external obliques. This is also the posterior chain, which is your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back. This is all included when it comes to your core. It's important to work everything and not just the six-pack muscles. But getting into it here, starting off with that plank shoulder tap here. We're gonna go 30 seconds, and what I want you to focus on is we're just gonna touch each shoulder. Try to avoid rocking too much. Stabilize through the core, squeeze the glutes, alternating, touching each shoulder. For 30 seconds, we're going, alternating back and forth through it. Trying to avoid rocking as much as you can. And you can go a little bit faster if you get the pace, or if you just wanna get the form down, just start slow. We're gonna go here for a few more seconds, closing out the 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Next one we're gonna go right into it. Now we're working the obliques here. We're gonna go into a side plank hip touch. For this one, we're gonna go 30 seconds each side. So we're gonna set up here, the side plank hip touch. Arm's gonna be perpendicular to our body. You're just gonna start up here, you're gonna come down and pop back up. So we're gonna go 30 seconds each side here. And if you need to on this movement, you can bring your knee down here and come up that way to make the movement a little bit easier for you. Or you can keep the feet all the way out and work your way through. But we got 30 seconds here, 10 seconds left, working through it on the side plank hip touch. And working through, and we're gonna switch sides here in 3, 2, 1. Other side, same thing. Working that side plank hip touch, we'll go right into it for 30 seconds. Again, driving that hip up and working your way through. So this whole thing, we're gonna have 8 different movements combined, including hitting each side, but we're gonna shoot for around 3 rounds you can after, but I'm just gonna run through it one time for you guys, just so you can see what the circuit looks like. So finishing up 3, 2, 1, and time. Next movement we got, like I said, core is not just the six-pack muscles, but it's also your posterior chain. So we're gonna work that here. Next movement we got is a single leg hip bridge or glute bridge, and we're gonna hit each side on this one. For this movement, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant this foot and I'm gonna drive this leg up. I'm gonna drive that heel to the ceiling, driving my hips up. So we got 30 seconds here, and we're going 30 seconds each side, driving those hips up. And I like to drive that heel into the ground with that leg that is planted. And working our way through here for 30 seconds total. 15 seconds left on this side. Working through it, driving those hips up as we continue to work through it. And finishing up here, 3, 2, 1, other side, same thing, we got 30 seconds here, we'll go right into it, driving it up. And you can pick up the pace based on how you're feeling and your ability level, but we got 30 seconds here, working our way through, driving that heel into the ground as you drive those hips up. And we got 10 seconds left, working through. And 3, 2, 1, time, done with that movement. Next movement we got, we're getting into a dead bug. I like this movement for the core and the abs, just because you're able to keep your head flat and you don't have to get over here and bring your chin up, which put a lot of stress on your neck. So for this movement, I'm just gonna lie back, arms will be out behind me. I'm gonna keep my low back glued to the mat just to save your lower back. and you're gonna come up and back down. And we're gonna go 30 seconds here. 30 seconds here, working the dead bug. Really feel this one in your lower abs as you work through it. And try to keep your feet 6 inches off the ground as you come down. If you need to rest in between reps, I'm cool with that. But try the best you can to keep your feet 6 inches off the ground. And we're working our way through. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, next movement we got. We're flipping it over into a bird dog. So a great movement for the core and just your posterior chain as well. So what I see a lot of times for this one is people like to arch their lower back as they come up. They'll kind of arch like so, and that also puts a lot of stress on your lower back. So really make sure you're pushing that lower back up, kind of keeping that rib cage down, almost like there's a string attached to your lower back, pulling it up to the ceiling. And then from there you're gonna alternate. So you're gonna switch sides, keeping that rib cage down. We got 30 seconds here on this movement, alternating, working our way through it. So 30 seconds on the alternating bird dog here, working our way through. Only a few movements left. Working our way through. Perfect. We got one movement left and then we're done after this. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and time. Last movement we got to wrap it up is we're gonna do a crossbody mountain climber. So for this movement, we're just gonna set up in a mountain climber and we're just gonna alternate sides, crunching across the body. We got 30 seconds here. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 30 seconds. Last movement we got, finishing strong here, working our way through. Going at any pace you can. If you need to, you go nice and slow and alternate with it, or you can speed it up too as you work your way through. But we're working in on about 10 seconds left, and then we're all done with this core circuit, but you'll repeat it if you're at home 2 more times to get that total 12 minutes. And time. Good work. So the whole thing right there was 4 minutes. I'll have to repeat that a couple more times, giving you 12 minutes total on the whole circuit. So give it a try and get after it.